Have you ever experienced heartbreak? Wait, of course you have. You're a human being. It's part of the human experience to go through something that you didn't necessarily see coming. Maybe you invested part of your life into a relationship or into a business or into a marriage or something along those lines, and then suddenly out of nowhere, it's over. And just the words, "it's over," is such a debilitating and gut-wrenching thing to hear. That was my experience when what seemed like out of nowhere, my wife told me that she was done and would eventually walk away about a month and a half later. But in that moment, everything in my world went black, and all of my plans suddenly didn't matter anymore. All I cared about was getting back what I felt like I was losing. And if you've been through that kind of experience, maybe you can relate to the pain that I felt. I felt like it was the confirmation of my worst fear, which is, you're not good enough. You're not worthy. And I've been playing that story in my mind over and over and over again for years and years and years. As a kid, as a teenager, as a young adult, and I thought I'd solve the problem by getting married in the first place, because finally somebody has chosen me. Finally I am good enough. Finally I am worthy. And then now all that stuff is gone and it doesn't mean anything. And in that place of brokenness, man, I've thought about doing the worst stuff, like taking the 9mm out of my sock drawer and going down to Lake Fort Phantom and being another body they flip fish out of the lake. But I also heard this other voice in the back of my head. It was the voice of my old boxing coach, of all people, saying something that he used to say to me over and over and over again. Actually, he didn't say it, he would shout it. He would shout it at all of us. Be solid. Be solid. And I thought, what if there's another possibility from the other side of this pain? Could there be something else? And in that moment, I couldn't see what that actually meant and what that actually was. But in the months that transpired after that experience, and after losing the person that I'd given my whole heart and my whole life to, and deciding to become something other than the broken person that I was before, led me into this journey. And that's what this Be Solid project is all about. It's a book, yeah. It's a program, yeah. And it's a speech that I give. But mostly, it's a mission. It's about wholeness, and it's about healing. It's about experiencing your absolute worst pain. The pain that makes you feel like you don't have any reason to go on anymore. The pain that makes you want to throw in the towel and give up and walk away. But I can promise you, from my own experience, the other side of that pain is wholeness. It's actually the life that you wanted to have the entire time before you went through all the garbage and all the junk. It's something that's better. It's full of light instead of darkness. It's full of peace instead of chaos and turmoil. It's full of happiness instead of sorrow and misery. And you know what it's also full of? It's full of love. That's what Be Solid, How to Go Through Hell and Come Out Whole is all about. It's about the process in becoming a whole person. Because what I realized when I was in the worst parts of my pain was that I was a broken person, and I had been a broken person for a long time. I'd been putting on this facade and trying to be strong and trying to believe in myself and trying to project this entity of who I could possibly be perceived as, but I wanted this validation from other people in order for it to be so. And when I lost the person that had given me a lot of that validation, I felt like I didn't have anything anymore. But it turns out I didn't need that in the first place. I needed to learn how to love myself. And in this journey that I've been on, I've learned how to become a whole person. And now I'm sharing the journey with you and with the world, because I believe all of us struggle with some sort of brokenness inside of us we probably wrestled with for most of our lives. And it's our choice to take our worst experiences and turn them into what could possibly be our greatest success. And that's the story that I want to share. That's the journey I want to give. And that's the method I want to present through this book and through this whole platform. A journey into wholeness. A journey from taking pain and turning it into triumph. And that's what I'm inviting you to be a part of here.